This channel, Presence and Path, has over 142,000 subscribers and makes over $14,000 every single month. And the best part about it is that this channel is made completely with AI. It's insane that they're making over 6 figures a year just from a simple channel that uses AI to create really cool motivational videos. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to make a video just like this one and how to completely optimize this channel so that you can grow in the algorithm and outrank all of your competition. Now, before we get into it, a lot of people have been saying that with AI, you can't monetize your channel, and that's completely not true at all. So as you can see here, this channel, Presence and Path, is confirmed to be monetized on YouTube Monetization Checker. So don't worry, you can definitely make content just like this and make tons and tons of money. Now, before we actually make a video just like this channel, first we have to figure out why the channel blew up in the first place, right? So what I like to do is go back to the oldest videos as possible and see where the channel made some changes for the videos to start to blow up. So you can see this channel just started 5 months ago, which is insane. Imagine you start a YouTube channel and 5 months later you're making over 14 grand a month, which is insane. Now you can see here that they had this one, Miyamoto's Musashi Secret. This one here blew up pretty well. Fix Your Life in 30 Days, 32,000 views. 10,000, 39,000, 19,000. So you can see here that he actually started to understand what's working. 103,000. This is where his first big break came from. What Miyamoto's Musashi's Life teaches about building mental toughness. You can see here that people like his name is Miyamoto Musashi. People like that a lot, talking about discipline. So we can kind of see and understand where he started to blow up here. This is one of his best videos here. Now, what I also like to do is go by popular so we can see what type of videos are working or this best one so far. Scarce Level Discipline, Japanese System. So you can see here that the top ones have this orange background and they just talk about warrior type of discipline. So that's really, really, really good. Now, to build a channel just like this, it's very, very simple. The first thing we want to do is map out the script of the channel. So what I always like to do is download the script or download the transcript of his most successful video and put it into ChatGPT so we can make a script very similar. Because if it worked on this video, it's going to work on yours as well. So what we need to do is go on Google and type in NoteGPT. So here I went to NoteGPT transcript. Now what I can do is click here and it literally lets you generate a transcript basically from any YouTube video you want. So I'm going to go to their most popular video. If I go back here, click on it. And when I click on it, I'm going to copy the URL here, put it back here, and paste the video link right here and click generate transcript. Awesome. So now it's generated. Now what I need to do is actually download this, but I'm going to download this without the timestamps because we don't want the timestamps in the actual script. So we're going to click text without timestamps. Perfect. It downloaded right there. Now, before I actually go and create the script, I want to take a look at the video to kind of understand the pacing, understand how we actually created the content. So if I go back here, let's take a look at the video for a bit.
There's a level of discipline that makes people look at you with fear. And today you'll discover exactly how to get there. Have you ever seen that person who never fails? Who wakes up every day at the same time, does the same things and just never stops? While everyone else gives up by the 3rd week, they keep going. While everyone else makes excuses, they show up. And you know what people say about them? Man, that's...
This is motivating me right now. Okay.
Sunday, promises of...
Okay, cool.
When a monk takes his vows...
Cool. So it's very, very simple. You can see here that it's just a bunch of pictures of like monks, a Japanese samurai, and it talks about gaining your discipline, right? There are some videos of like Samurai Jack here. There's some videos, but it's mostly pictures. So this is super simple. So first, what I want you guys to do is go to ChatGPT. Now, once we go to ChatGPT, we want to actually ask ChatGPT to create a script similar to the script we just downloaded. So let's type in, make me a script similar to the one I attached here. Use the same retention tactics and pacing of the script. That's totally fine. So we added the transcript here. Now it's actually giving us basically the system and understanding why it did so well, right? So, okay, perfect. So it's writing a new script. Now what we want to do is tell it to understand the retention tactics. So it's going to give us a full breakdown of the retention tactics. So it talks about how you use curiosity in the beginning, talks about you've seen this person before, things like that, right? So now that ChatGPT understands exactly why this video did well, what we're going to want to do is to create a video or a video script similar to the one we have there. We already have it now. Now, one hack for YouTube is you always want your videos to be as long or a little bit longer than your competitions, because if your video is longer than your competitions, you'll have higher watch time, and if you have higher watch time, you start to outrank your competition and get more views, because watch time is the most important thing on YouTube. So if I go back here, you can see that the videos here are about 16 minutes long, maybe around 16, maybe 20 minutes long, around there. So we're definitely going to want a video around the same pace. Let's just do 23 minutes, right? So we go back here. What we're going to want to do is tell ChatGPT to write a script, but ChatGPT has a character limit. We can't make a script longer than 500 words. So what we're going to ask ChatGPT to do is give us an outline of a script. So give me an outline of a script for put it in chapters, right? So we're gonna want to have to put it in chapters. Awesome. So it's chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. So the name of this is the system that makes you mentally unbreakable, right? So now that we have this here, we have 8 chapters. We're gonna ask it to write a 500-word script for every single chapter. So we're gonna say, write me a 500-word script for chapter 1. So that's giving me a 500-word script, which is awesome. Now what it's going to do is prompt me to ask for chapter 2 and chapter 3 and 4 and so on, but I'm only just going to do chapter 1 so you guys can understand how the process works. So once we have this here, that's perfect. Now we're going to want to copy and paste this into an AI voice generator. Now I know everyone says 11 Labs is the best thing on planet Earth, and 11 Labs is good, but I'm going to give you guys a little hack. 11 Labs is very expensive. What you're going to want to do is use something called Gen AI Pro, which is a lot cheaper and gets basically the same results. So if I take a look here at Gen AI Pro, the voice AI packages are $5, $9, $20, super cheap compared to 11 Labs. As we can see, 11 Labs is about $11 a month for the year for 100,000 credits. However, if we go back to Gen AI Pro, you get 1,000,000 credits for $9, which is crazy. So we're definitely going to use this one here. Awesome. So now we're in Gen AI Pro. You can see I have over 900,000 credits. Now I'm going to copy and paste the script from ChatGPT here. So let me just copy and paste it here. And let's actually pick a very cool voice to add to it. If I go back to the video before, let's take a look at the video here. Let's listen to the voice and see something that's similar.
There's a Japanese philosophy that samurai used before going into combat, and the lack of this philosophy.
Ah, yes, it's a British accent. Everybody loves British accents, right? They always work well on YouTube. So we're going to want someone with a British accent who sounds similar. So Joe Inglewood, let's see how he sounds. If I go to, or we can look at, let's type in British here, I believe, and we can find somebody British.
The courage to start is the first step to succeed.
Sounds pretty good. What about Sean?
You can't build a strong reputation by talking about plans.
I think Sean sounds better. Let's add Sean for now. Now, all we're going to have to do is create voice. So once we create voice, it spends about 3,000 credits. We confirm. Now, it's just going to take some time for the voiceover to be done. Now, if you guys want more help in building a Faceless YouTube channel, and you want me to hold your hand step by step along the way, then check out my course, Alabre Automation. In this course, I basically break down exactly how I was able to make 6 figures just from YouTube alone. These are all of my results I've had in the past with all the channels I have here. So you can see that this is a repeatable process and a reliable business. So the link will be in my description below and the first pinned comment. Awesome, perfect. So now our voiceover is done. Let's hear it for a second.
There's a level of mental strength that doesn't just impress people, it unsettles them. Not the kind of strength you post on Instagram, not the wake up early.
So it sounds pretty good so far. So now I'm going to download this and I'm going to open up a software called CapCut. Awesome. So now that I'm in CapCut, I'm going to import the voiceover that we just made. So if I go to downloads, we find the voiceover, import this voiceover here. Awesome. So now that we're in CapCut and we downloaded our voiceover, we're going to need to actually create the content. Now, one of the best ways to create the AI content is to use a website called Leonardo.ai. Now, Leonardo.ai is about $20, maybe $30 a month, but it's well worth it. What we're going to want to do is go to images, since most of these videos are actually just a bunch of images put together. And once we go to images, we want to go to a place called Flow State. Now here in Flow State, we can actually create a bunch of different AI images that would fit our brand or fit our video. Now to make sure the images are actually exactly what we want, I like to take screenshots of the videos that we're modeling after, put them in ChatGPT, and tell them to create a prompt for us. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. If we go back here to the video itself, I'm actually just gonna screenshot this part here. Once I screenshot this part here, that will be a picture that I can use on ChatGPT. So I'm going to go to ChatGPT. I'm going to say, write me a prompt for Leonardo.ai that will generate me a picture similar to the ones I attach here. Now, I'm probably going to want to get a couple more ones just to make sure ChatGPT understands the style I'm going for. So I'm going to get this one. I'm also going to get this one. And then I'll get one more, which is this one. Also, I'm going to want to tell ChatGPT to not include the text. So if we go back here, also do not include the text at the bottom. So I'm going to add that, photos and files. So we're going to go here. Let's go find out the screenshots that I made. If I go to my desktop. Awesome. So I added those three in. Now I'll just click here and they're going to give us a ready prompt. Awesome. So a detailed Japanese samurai watercolor painting at sunset. Beautiful. So then let's do this here. Copy this here. And we're going to want to put this back into Leonardo.ai. So we're going to copy this here and generate that. Perfect. So we have something kind of similar to what we have here. And there's a bunch of different ones here, which is really cool. So I'm going to download this one and this one. And I'm also going to want to download maybe one more just to be safe. Perfect. Awesome. So now that we have the pictures here, what some people can do, you can either create these pictures into videos or just use the pictures. Now, what I always like to do is create videos so that YouTube sees that you put a lot more effort into the content. So I'm actually going to go here to video and generate a couple of videos from the pictures I just generated. So we can click here on video. Now what I can do here is I can actually choose the starting point or the starting frame as to where my video goes. So first I'm going to choose the actual generations. If I go to your generations, I can choose the pictures I just generated here, click confirm. Now on the left side here, you have different ways you can style out the content. Now I usually keep this all kind of the same. I like to do fast 480p quality. I just make one type of video. Make sure it's 16:9. And here you're gonna want to have a prompt. So let's just say samurai is walking in the field watching the sunset, something like that. So I'm gonna click generate. So it's gonna get me a AI video that fits the exact prompt that I just made, which is super cool. So you can see that's really, really cool. You can see it's a really cool AI system. And the best part about it is this type of content is completely original. So YouTube's gonna see this and say, okay, this is original content. It's not reused content or anything like that. So we can go here, we download this here, and we can go back here and import it into our video. So I download this here, it should be here. So now we can see the video's imported. So if you press play,
there's a level of mental strength that doesn't just impress people, it unsettles them.
So it's really cool. It's very similar to the video we had before, but there are a couple of things you want to actually do to make sure the video is much more engaging. Now, the first thing you're probably saying is, Zach, this is going to take forever. If I have a 5-second video, I have to make hundreds of them, right? And that's true unless you edit the duration of the video. So if I go back here, we want to make sure the duration of the video isn't super short, so we don't have to make a ton of them. So we can actually go to speed and go to duration, and you want to make sure this is as long as possible. So we can go to 60. We click 60 here.
There's a level of mental strength that doesn't just impress people.
But the video is moving very slowly, very slowly. And don't worry, that's totally fine. And things like this actually increase the engagement of the audience. Now, one thing we're going to want to add as well is subtitles. So it's a much more transformative piece of content. So super simple. All we need to do is go to text. Then once we go to text, we go to auto captions, click generate. So it's going to generate captions for us that are completely automatic. Super cool. This is why CapCut is super awesome. It's just $20 a month, but it's well worth it. Awesome. So we click play here.
There's a level of mental strength that doesn't just impress people, it unsettles them.
So isn't that super cool? It has really cool captions. Now, these captions look terrible. I mean, let's be honest. So what we're going to want to do is click on one of these captions and change the design. So click on it here, go to templates, and let's just choose a template that looks kind of nice, but not too like eye-catching or too crazy. What about this one? I think this one might be fine.
There's a level of mental strength that doesn't just impress people, it unsettles them.
It looks much better. And also we want to make sure the captions themselves follow with the words. So you can see that the color of the caption follows with the words, so people, get more engaged. Now, the final thing we're going to want to add is an effect so that it seems like a much more transformative piece of content. So we can go to effects here, and there's tons of video effects that we can add to make it look better. I like to add the effect called black noise. If I click here, click this here, add this here, click and drag it all the way. If I click and drag it all the way, you can see
there's a level of mental strength that doesn't just impress
like
people,
old-timey,
it
really
unsettles
cool style.
them.
That's very,
not
very
the kind
cool.
of strength you
Very
post
awesome.
on Instagram.
Now, one more thing you might want to add, because we want to make sure this video is as transformative as possible, so YouTube understands that your content is original, is we might want to add some transitions between every single photo we add. So I'm going to add another photo here. I'm going to import it here just to show you what it looks like. Let's just import this here. Let's add this one. Let's add this one. So if I import this here and add it here, we can add a transition. So this transition, let's add long exposure. We can add this transition right over here. Now you can see we just added the transition. Now if we click
But
here,
they feel it. There's something different about him.
you can see it looks very, very cool. So this looks like a completely original video that you can create. And that's pretty much it when it comes to creating the content, right? But I'm sure you guys know creating the content isn't the only piece of the puzzle. You have to make sure that the content itself is optimized correctly. You have to make sure that the content will actually hit the YouTube algorithm correctly. And if you want a step-by-step guide on how to do that, just click the first link in my description and you will be able to join my Alabre Automation Academy. In that course, I break down the SEO tactics and tips you need to grow your YouTube channel effectively and to make it a full-time living on YouTube. Well, I hope this video gave you a lot of value. If it did, please let me know in the comments below, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video.